Hey guys, Aaron again, and today I'm going to be giving you some of my personal favorite iPhone, iOS hacks, whatever you want to call them, that I've picked up from over the years. Don't worry, none of these require any kind of jailbreak or like special whatevers. It's all stuff that happens within iOS settings that you can turn on, so let's just get started. So the first one I want to bring you is a personal favorite because I thought of it on my own mostly, and maybe someone else has found it out too. Sorry about the birds mating outside my window. Can't really do anything about it. This one is one that I discovered on my own, like I said, which I'm gonna call extreme darkness mode, I guess. If there's ever been a time when you've been laying in bed where you're just like, oh my God, my phone's just way too bright right now, you can actually go into settings and then head to general and then head over to accessibility. And then you're gonna wanna head over into display accommodations. And then you're gonna wanna go to where it says reduce white point. Turn that on, and then you're gonna get another bar 0 through 100%. So then basically think of it as like 0 through 100% to 100% more darkness. It's gonna reduce the white point, making less white light come through, so therefore the screen is darker. Now, if you wanna take this one step further, we can move right into not step two, hack, iPhone hack thing. What are we calling them? We're just gonna say hack. Hack number 2, which is your accessibility shortcut. So to set up an accessibility shortcut, we're gonna head into the same menu we were in just before in hack number 1, settings, general, accessibility, and then you're gonna scroll all the way down to the bottom until you see the option for accessibility shortcut. If you click on that, it gives you a bunch of options, and one of them is to reduce white point when you triple click the side button. And I believe it's the home button if you still have a home button version of other iPhones. So if you triple click whatever button you have, it'll activate that accessibility, whichever one that you choose. And if you choose white point in the sense of the thing we were talking about before, you can always have the extra darkness setting right away, so you don't have to go through all those menus and try to find that every single time. So I have mine set now that when I'm laying in bed at night, if I'm using my phone and then my eyes get extra tired, I can turn on the accessibility shortcut, which just gives me a reduced white point, aka my extreme darkness mode. So I found that a couple years ago, thought that was pretty cool, thought you guys might like it, thought I'd share it with you. The third hack is not really a hack, but I'm really surprised that more people don't know about it, and it's the simple slide to go back function. If you are on your iPhone, which I can't really show you because I'm recording on my iPhone, but if you're in any kind of like menu, like as you go through menus, perfect example is when we were going through the menus for like the settings and the general, if you go back, instead of pressing like up at the top how they have the back to whatever menu we're on before, you can just take your thumb or whatever and slide from the left of the screen to the right of the screen, and it'll go back for you. So it's kind of a very natural, I'm trying to show you if I was like on my phone, if you were using your phone and then you want to go back, it's like you just slide. You know what I mean? So anyway, slide to go back. It's an amazing thing. It's a game changer. It was actually one of the things that brought me back to iOS from Android, believe it or not, because having to use a back button either at the top or the bottom and it's not there, it's just such a much more like natural motion, kind of like how swiping up to go home and like close apps on the 10 and the 10s and everything. It feels just way more natural. If you haven't known about it, you're very welcome. Hack number 4 is very similar to hack number 3, and it is that you can touch the top of any screen that you're in. So say you're scrolling all the way down through Twitter or Facebook or your email or a long note perhaps, and then you need to get back to the top, you can just touch right like where your calendar, like where your time and your battery would be, just up in the middle, just tap up there where you would scroll down for your notifications, and it'll bring you right back out to the top no matter where you are. I've actually never found it to not work anywhere in iOS, to tell you the truth, because I think all the apps have to have the same, you know, like developer standpoint, because they all use the same developer coding, not to get into it. So yeah, I don't think I've ever found a place where it doesn't work, so give that a try. That's really cool. It comes in handy. Those two, the swipe back and the up to top, I use 100 times a day. Hack number 5 is obviously gonna require you to have Face ID, but if you were one of those people who have Face ID tends to like kind of give you an issue, here's something you can do to fix it. If you head into your settings and then head into Face ID and passcode, enter your passcode, and then once you're inside, under the Face ID options, there is a setup alternative appearance. So if you're somebody who often looks drastically different one day than you do another, if you're like perhaps a drag performer, or perhaps you, I don't know what else you would do that you'd ever look drastically different. So for whatever reason, if Face ID does not tend to work very well for you, you can go to the Setup Alternative Appearance, and you're gonna go through the same setup process you did the first time with like the rolling of the head and everything like that. Just make sure you do it slowly and properly. And then after that second time of registering your second alternative appearance, your camera in your phone is going to recognize your face in like, you know, like, how do I say this? Like more opportunity, like you just gave it like another sampling, like it has double the samples as if it did, if you just did one face ID scan as if most people do. Now, with all that being said, I've seen a lot of people who struggle when they're wearing hats sometimes, which is strange because it shouldn't, or sunglasses, especially mirrored sunglasses, but I can literally wear both my mirrored shades and a hat in the wintertime, and it reads my face just fine, unlocks. So I don't know if it's because I've done that, but give that a try if that gives you issues, and let me know down below if it fixes it. Number 6 is using the power of Siri search. Now, a lot of people, again, don't use this function for some reason, but if you are on your home screen on your phone anywhere and just swipe down, like from the middle of the phone, you can access the Siri search. Now, the Siri search can not only search the apps, like on your phone if you want to find a specific app that's hidden away in a folder, which is something I do, so that's great to find apps just on the fly. You don't have to go looking for them. It can find apps that are on the App Store that you have not downloaded yet, but other than that, it can like search deep within apps to find things like information too. If you have a notes section for all of your recipes and then you're looking for your cherry pie recipe, you could just type in cherry pie and it'll pop up that cherry pie recipe as long as, you know, all those words are there. You can search for words that were within a text message that you're looking for and it'll find that text message. So if you start to utilize Siri search and really just think about like, I'm looking for this on my phone, I can't find it, just try to search for it. Siri will probably find it for you. Just head into settings, Siri, and search, and make sure everything that you want to be searchable is clicked to be searchable by Siri, or else it won't populate in that list. The 7th hack I have for you guys, if you're someone like me who tends to keep like a ton of apps, like 6 or 7 pages of apps into one folder, and then it'll get like a ton of notifications throughout the day, you know, and you don't want to like scroll through and look which ones have what if it has like 47 notifications. You can just 3D touch or long press, whichever phone you have, on the folder, and then the folder will pop up all of the apps in like a little list which have notifications and how many notifications each app has. You don't have to go through the folder searching. You can just go right to the app that has the notifications. Boom, boom, done. Time saver. All right, guys, I think that's gonna be it for today's video. We'll leave it at lucky number 7 hacks. If you learned a new one here today, be sure to give it a big thumbs up down below because it really helps out my videos and that would be really, really sweet. Leave a comment down below about your favorite iPhone hack that you found over the year so far that we can all share together and get a little nice list of them going. If you're not subscribed yet, you know where to do so. Down in the corner on your right-hand side, click for new videos every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. And if you're really hooked on me, ring the little bell so you get all of my notifications, and I will catch you guys in the next video.